Hey, y'all are all watching ball games, aren't you? Are y'all watching ball games? Are you watching Roll Tide or whoever? Is anybody on here? Are y'all all watching ball games tonight? I think Auburn's already played, haven't they? Hey, Cindy Warren. How are you, darling? Here's Glenda Ann Jordan is watching. Hey, Glenda. Are you watching a game tonight? Have y'all all watching a game? I've got you in a room of my house that I'm going to show you something. Y'all have never been back here in this room. So I'm going to show you this room in my house and what I'm fixing to do and why. So, y'all listen up. Is everybody listening up? Are you listening, Dorothy? I can't even say your last name, darling. And here's Kathy and Cindy and Mary. Hey, y'all. So glad you're here today. And I see a lot of little hearts and thumbs up. And thank you for being with me tonight here on Saturday night. Saturday night. I want y'all to see something. I brought you back here for a purpose. I want you to see this. That is a cactus that is touching my ceiling up there. And I want to tell you the story behind this cactus. This is my little sunroom, is what I call it, my little sunroom. Got a little, and I like to come back here and read and sit on this little couch right here, this little antique couch. Got windows all around on that side. It's a fun room. Got a little fan up there. It's real tiny. It's a real tiny room. It's not big. Yeah, I think it's a 10 by 10. But it's just perfect. It's perfect. All right, now I'm going to tell you about what I'm looking at right here. This right here, let me show you down in there, if you can see it, is a box, a wooden box that Walt made me, and he put a, I don't know if y'all can see this or not. That is a rolling pin that he cut in half and put right there. And he made this for me, even though he's my son-in-law. He made it for me on Mother's Day about 25 years ago. And it's been sitting here 25 years. I only water it twice a year. I water it twice a year. And it's kind of like a survival of the fittest cactus bed, I guess you'd say. Cactus bed. Let me get you up here and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Let me see if it'll do better on the oatmeal box. I don't know if it will or not. It might do. Y'all can see down in there. It's pretty good, can't you? You see how tall it is. And then you see this. Well, he gave it to me and he said, I made you a planter. That's what he called it, a planter. And I thought, well, I'm going to put that back there in my sunroom, and I'm going to plant cactuses in it. Well, I didn't know that it was going to grow this big in 25 years, but it did. So I've got a lot in there that's thriving, and I've got some in there that's dead. So I thought what I would do tonight, and y'all could help me, and if I get stuck real bad, I want you to call somebody and tell them to get over here to help me. I'm going to put on a rubber glove so I can get in there and get some of the dead cactuses out. And maybe I just might plant me some new ones, all right? The first one that's dead is this one right here, right there. But now you can't kill this one, that one right there. Neither one of these. You could not water that for 4 years, and I know because I did it one time. I'll tell you about it in a minute. So I'm going to take this bowl right here, and I'm going to try to get down in there and pull or cut this cactus out. It is a whopper. Do y'all grow cactus? I mean, you can't even get it up. Well, there's a little piece. I'm going to put it in this bowl, and I'm going to throw it outside when I get all of it in. Y'all see all that dead cactus right there? This is going to leave a nice little spot for a new cactus to grow. But anyway, he was so proud, and on the ends of it, he put doorknobs. Yeah, can y'all see that? What he put on the ends of the box? Look. See the little doorknob? Isn't that cute? The little glass one? Little glass doorknob. Am I nuts for doing this, y'all? I gotta do it. Somebody's gotta do it. And you know, I don't think y'all gonna come over here and do it for me. How many of you grow cactus? See, it doesn't even have hardly a root on it. I'm gonna put my bowl down. Anyway, this thing, goodness, hope I didn't get into my throat. Woo! Here's another one that needs to come out. Maybe I need on a mask. Look at that. My word. But that one back there, it's not dead. I'm going to water it real good tomorrow. At least I've got this one out. And I'm going to water it good and put something else in it. Now remember, it had been watered in probably 5 months. Now here's one back here. Y'all see that one back there? This one's dead. I don't think it's going to... I need some big clippers to get that one, I think. You people that live in Texas and Arizona and places like that, y'all got cactuses, or cacti, what do you call them? Cacti, is that what you say? You've got them growing in your yard, haven't you? Because y'all have a water shortage. I'm thinking that Alabama needs to start growing them in theirs too. I'm telling you, I think so. Anyway, this one right here has milk inside of it that you really can't touch. Like when you could cut that one off right there, and you could put that down. See that milk that's coming out of it? You can put it down right here beside that one. Dig down in the dirt a little bit and put it right there. It's just a dripping. And cover it up, and when I water it, that one right there is going to grow. And there's the milk coming out that end right there. They're full of milk. Now, I want to ask y'all something. I want to ask you something. I mean, I can grow a cactus. I mean, I'm good at it. But do y'all ever, isn't there some kind of cactus like that you can eat? Is there a cactus you can eat? All right, this lady says she lives in Texas, but mine are in pots because we freeze. Okay. That sounds good. Let's see who else lives there. I think I got dust in my chest. Hello, Brenda. I'm sitting in the reading your second cookbook. Oh, well, I hope you're enjoying it. Oh, and listen, you make that cabbage casserole, darling. You're going to love it. Do you have cactus potting soil? No, I don't. Am I supposed to put it in a certain kind of... I just put it in dirt. That's what I put it in. I didn't know back 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Y'all, this thing has been here for 25 years. But let me tell you what happened. In my bedroom in there, I've got a big plate glass window. Now, just imagine this. The cactus I'm going to be talking about is this one right here. This one. Right there. Okay? So, I've got a plate glass window in there. And it goes from the floor all the way up to about 1 foot from the ceiling. And so, I had this beautiful piece of stained glass that I wanted to put in the top part of it. So George screwed, it had wood around it. So George screwed the stained glass window to that plate glass window, you know, in the wood part. Well, it left a little crack about that big. In other words, you had your stained glass window, and then right behind it was that plate glass window. And there was only a half an inch distance where they weren't touching, okay? So, I had this cactus right here in a pot in my bedroom and was letting it grow up tall. I mean, it stayed there for years and all like that. Well, I went out there one day and I wanted to move the cactus to a different place. I never had moved it before. It's in a pot about that big around, something like that. And it had grown real tall. So it had grown up so tall, it was sitting next to the window, that it grew between the plate glass window and the stained glass window and came up like that. And it was wedged in between there, okay? Y'all got it? Well, listen to this. I could not pull it out from in there. It wouldn't come out. I wanted to move the pot. So what I did is just cut it off, and I moved my cactus. Well, that piece that was stuck up in there like that, between those two pieces of glass, I tried to get me some big old tweezer things like this. Y'all gave me these, but I had some other stuff. And I'd get up in there and pull on it and pull on it to try to get it out. Could not get that cactus out from between those two windows. So I said, well, I'll just leave it. I mean, what? I said, it'll shrink up, and when it does, I'll pull it out. 3 years later. 3 years later. Now, listen to me. That cactus was still no roots, no dirt, no water in between those two pieces of glass, and thriving. But about on the 4th year, I guess that old cactus decided to give up the ghost because it finally dried up, and it got thin enough and brittle enough that I could pull it out. Now, that's how healthy that cactus is. I got that one time in a little bitty pot at a yard sale. Sometimes when you go to yard sales, they'll sell their plants. And I love to buy unusual plants. And I bought that. And when I bought that cactus plant right there, it was tiny. And now look at it. Going all the way up to the ceiling in my sunroom. Matter of fact, this one right here, that one, the top of it died or turned brown, and those two arms came out on it. I guess it realized that it was getting close to the ceiling, so nature, being what it is, the top part died, and then arms came out. It'll probably bush out some more. All I can say is when I pass away, whoever has to clean out this house is going to have a mess when they have to clean that out. I guess Walt needs to do it, so he's the one that made it and put it in here. So I've got his box sitting on another box. I don't know. But anyway, I like plants, though. But Hannah came over a while ago, or this afternoon. That's what made me think about showing y'all this. Hannah came over, and she found a beautiful little planter for Walt's cabin. It is a bird dog holding a pheasant, and it's about that big, and it's got pretty leaves. It's browns and golds. It's beautiful colors, and it had some little spots there where you could plant little plants. So she said, I want to come over there and get some cuttings off of your cactus plant so that I can put it in Walt's little planter that I bought him. She bought it at a yard sale. So she came over, and so we came out here and cut off some little pieces of this one right here, this little tiny one, because it's a little bitty planter, so we just got stuff like that, little things. And I think she got some of that one right back there. But she didn't want any of this big stuff because it's too big for the planter. So anyway, we cut it off. Went in there on my chopping block, and we fixed his planter. And it looked really pretty. I mean, it looks real mannish because it's got a dog in it and everything. So my daddy he only loved 2 kinds of dogs, but he loved them. And it was bird dogs and beagles. That was his thing. So he had some registered beagles, some real beagle dogs. And he'd had them for years. Well, Mama said, Cecil, that was his name, Cecil, don't you let that mama dog get pregnant. He said, I don't let him get pregnant. He had him a nice dog pen in the backyard and a real pretty dog house for him. And he took them hunting and everything. I'm not going to let her get pregnant. Well, she did. And she had a slew of puppies. I mean, a bunch. So Mother was furious. And she said, you're going to have to get rid of those puppies. He said, I'm going to sell them. No, he said, I'm going to give them away. I'm going to give them away. So he put in the paper, the newspaper in Tuscaloosa, he said, free beagle puppies. Well, everybody that read that was suspicious. Because who's going to give away a real beagle puppy? They're expensive. Well, my daddy was. He was going to give them away because Mama said she didn't want to have them at the house. So anyway, nobody wanted his free puppies. Nobody. So he said, I've always heard if you can't sell it, if you can't give it away, just sell it. So he put another ad in the paper and he said, beagle puppies, $35 each. And every one of them sold. Because he couldn't, I guess people were thinking, surely nobody's giving away a real beagle puppy. Well, he was, but they missed out. They had to pay $35 for it. So, if you have something to give away, and that you want to give away, and nobody wants it, then sell it. It'll sell. I thought that was a cute story, but the first dog George and I ever had was a beagle puppy. We named her Apple because she was she looked like a golden delicious apple. She was white with that light tan spots on her. She was a beagle puppy. And we raised her up till she got pretty old, probably a couple of years anyway, and she got hit by a car. So I cried and cried. I couldn't help it. Y'all love your dogs like I love mine. I love dogs. I just can't have any right now because I'm too busy and I travel a lot and speaking engagements and stuff, and I just can't. It's not good for the dog. So when Biscuit died, I didn't get another one, and I don't want another one. So I gave my dog house away too. I gave it away, so it's gone. And so anyway, let's see if y'all got a question for me tonight. I made your brownies and they were yummy. Great. I am so glad. I read a lot of the comments on the coconut pie that I made, and y'all made me hungry because y'all got to talking about your mama making coconut pies and coconut cakes and 7-minute icing and all that stuff. And I'm thinking, I do love coconut, though. I do love it. And y'all were just talking about that, and then somebody mentioned that, what were they saying about coconut? Oh, that they got to drink the milk of the coconut. And then one lady wrote in and said that she put, her parents put the coconut milk in the cake, for the liquid part. So I thought that was good. Do you ever fix Brunswick stew? Yes, I do. I surely do. We usually used to fix it at the end of summer when all the vegetables were coming in, when they were fresh. We used to have a family reunion every year. on my daddy's side of the family. And my big daddy would get out in the yard, and he had a big black witch's pot, a cauldron, I guess you'd call it. And he'd build a fire under that, and he had a big paddle that kind of looked like a boat paddle, but it was skinnier down at the bottom. And he'd put about 3/4 of the full way with water, and then we'd start adding stuff. And here's what we added. We added chicken and pork, and let that cook a long time. And then you start throwing in your vegetables. And the vegetables we put in it were butter beans, peas, tomatoes, onions, okra, potatoes, peppers, just all kind of stuff. And we'd make it really big. And then everybody would eat the stew, the Brunswick stew, and then everybody take home a jar, a quart, and for supper, or 2 or 3 quarts or whatever. What is she making tomorrow? Mississippi pot roast. That sounds good. Could you resend the video where you made coconut pie? No, but look, y'all, look. Here's all you got to do. Now, here's how you can see all my videos, and y'all aren't seeing them. You aren't seeing my videos that I do every day almost. Here's what you do. Go to Cooking with Brenda Gantt. That's the first thing you do. And you're going to see a bunch of them that's going to pop up, but only one of them's mine. I think that when you see them, mine will say chef, C-H-E-F, beside it. And when you go to it, and it tells you how many followers it has, if it doesn't have 3M, which means 3,800,000 and something thousand, then it is not me. If it does not have 3,800,000 and something thousand, then it's not me. And I also have a little tiny blue check mark. Well, it's a blue circle with a white check mark, but they call it blue check mark. Little bitty up there. Get somebody that's young to help you find the real me. And when you find it, press follow. Y'all, this is so important. I have never, now I'm going to repeat that. My page has never asked you to join, because those are fake pages. What do I always say? I ask you to what? What do I ask you to do? Follow, not join. If it says join, you know right then it's fake. What can I say? I've told you and told you, but y'all are just watching it because you see me and you think it's me. It is me. They've stolen my video. That's what happened. The soap is great, but ask you for something, some tone. I wish I could read faster. I've already got a 3rd cookbook, darling. I've written 3 cookbooks. The first one is going to be good, y'all. The second one was linger around the table, y'all. And the last one is live each little moment, y'all. And that's your set. That's all of them. They are $36.95. They are hardback. They have over 100 recipes in every book. None of them are the same. They have pictures of every recipe. They are gorgeous. They have my family pictures in it. They have stories all in it. It's not just recipes. It's got all kind of stuff in it. Here's how you get it. You go to BrendaGanttBook.com. BrendaGanttBook.com. All right. So, I have learned so much from you. Well, thank you, darling. I've learned a lot from y'all, too. I read your stuff, and I just learned stuff, too. Y'all are sweet as pie. What kind of pie, I don't know, but you're sweet as one. Y'all aren't a lemon pie, because they're bitter. They're tangy. Okay, let's see what we got here going. Brenda, I lost my husband. I can't read the rest of it. Well, darling, I've lost mine, too, and it is a hard road to hoe, isn't it? It's a hard road to hoe. I had to put on my flannel shirt. I was chilly. I caught you live. Well, listen, let me ask you. You caught me live. Are you watching my Facebook page? Are y'all, listen, when y'all are on Facebook in the morning and all, why don't y'all look me up? Why is it? Now, I posted today that, what did I, the coconut pie. That's what I posted today. A coconut custard pie. And as of right this minute, I only had 8,000 comments. And why is that? Is it because y'all didn't see it? Is it because you couldn't find it? Well, go on there and find it. And listen, you've got to know this. There is a computer that monitors everything. And if you don't comment and like or share or do some kind of activity on there, then it says, ooh, they don't like Brenda Gantt, so I'm not going to let them see her anymore. That's what it does. And it's not a human being. It is a computer doing that. So, y'all need to, to know that. That's what's happening. So, you need to always comment. You don't have to say much. You just say good morning or happy fall, y'all, or whatever you want to say. Or I'm just getting in from work. I watched you making your pie this morning from Michigan, and that is Katrina. Thank you. And here's Judy Payne. And she loves cooking shows. Do you have something? Oh, gosh. A witch's pot. Yes, I have one. Your original cookbook is #1. That's true. There is a picture of every recipe that's in the book. In other words, that third book has the sweet potato cake in it, and oh my gosh, that's so good. Y'all gonna have to make that for Thanksgiving. It has a picture of it. If it's got a corn casserole, it has a picture of it. If it's got a cookie, it has a picture of it. You're not gonna have to guess what it's supposed to look like. It's got pictures of my whole family. I have written at least maybe 12 or 15, I forgot how many it is, stories in each one of those books for you to read. And I dedicated this last book to my sweet husband, George. And many of you said that you just about cried when you read what I wrote in the cookbook about my late husband, my sweetheart. And I know that a lot of y'all have lost your loved ones, and it's so hard. It's so hard. But you just going to have to rise above it. Go ahead and have your cry, and then get up and live life. That's what he would want you to do, or she would want you to do. If you're a husband out there and you've lost your wife, I know you're lost. I think sometimes it's harder on husbands than it is on wives. I really do. So, because they're having to do things that they've never done before. Like, fix a meal maybe. Some of them don't even know how to turn on the washing machine. It's the truth. My husband would wash dishes and he would vacuum, but he had no idea how to wash a load of clothes. He'd wash dishes, he would vacuum. He did all the outside work. He would do all that and all that kind of stuff. Or he would wash up like stuff that was real dusty that I just wanted a bunch of stuff washed up in the sink. He'd do that. But that was about it. All right, let me read these now because it's getting my battery's running down on me. Let's see what we got. Cheryl is watching, and there's that name, Kozolinsky's or something, I don't know. Watch you from Idaho today. Got all three of your cookbooks. Thank you so much. And here's Susie from California, and Debbie is watching today. My mother-in-law made the fresh coconut cake with the coconut milk. See there? That's a great idea. That is a great idea. I wish we could get fresh coconut all year round, but we can't. It's all frozen. And I was looking on the package that I made that pie out of. And it's amazing that some of them, of the packages, I had more than one brand name out there, okay, had sugar in it. I just wanted the coconut. I didn't want all the sugar. I had already put sugar in my pie. I didn't need sugared coconut. Your niece, Deborah says, my niece just ordered all three of the books. Hey, y'all don't get Foogadoo now. You know what that means? Foogadoo. There's some of you that went to Amazon to buy your book. And, honey, those are people that ordered the books, okay? They ordered them, and then they jacked the price up. And people didn't know it, and they were paying hundreds of dollars for books. There was one man that paid $300 for a book because he didn't watch me, and he knew his wife wanted a book. And he didn't know any better, so he just went to Amazon thinking they were on there, and they weren't. The only ones that were there were people who just bought them to resell. And they got scammed. Other people got scammed because of it. You know? What can I say? Well, I'm going to go to bed tonight. It is now 7:03. I'm going to be in the bed in 57 minutes. I don't have to take a bath. I took one this morning. Washed my hair. So it's clean. I am going to wash my face. Get it washed and greased. I've already brushed my teeth because I've already had supper. I had popcorn for supper. What y'all have? Sometimes I don't eat much supper. A lot of y'all are saying you did watch the show today. And some of you are saying that you're getting your books for Christmas presents. Yeah, they make really good Christmas presents. They do. I'm going to have some book signings and things like that, and book sellings, because I've got some extra books, but I don't sell them from my house. But I'm going to have that, and I'm hoping to have some away from here and some here, so that we can get everybody signed and stuff. Today at the Cottle House, a lot of people brought their books, and I signed them for them. When we, my guest. You can't just show up over there because I'm not going to sign your book if you just show up. These are I'm signing my guests. That's when I do theirs. Y'all have to come to a book signing. Y'all just have to do a day trip. Get your girlfriends and say, okay, y'all get up. We're going to the book signing. And you can do that. But anyway. All right, she's saying zinnias. My zinnias turned out awful that I tried to dry. I threw them away today, as a matter of fact. I threw them away. They were terrible. And something else that happened today, my fish in the backyard, the water had evaporated out of it about that much. So I was going to let it go in real slow. So I turned on the hose and put it in there, and then I went in the house to do some stuff and all. I came back out, and it had overflowed, but it was going so slow that the overflow was real gentle. But I couldn't find my fish. So I looked on the ground around the cauldron, and there he was, flopping in a puddle of water, trying to breathe. I grabbed him up real quick and threw him back in the tank, and I went out there a while ago to see how he was doing. He was swimming around and happy, so I fed him. I gave him some fish food. All right, y'all, I'm going to go. Share this video. Maybe somebody will see it and they'll say, well, I need to follow her. Because there's lots of them that can't find me. They try, but they can't find me, y'all. But remember to comment or press the like and comment or something. Or you can press like and comment. You don't have to say a lot. Just something. Anything. Pennsylvania for a book. Come to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for a book signing. Please, please, please. What would I do way up there? I'm a little southern girl. Why don't you Pennsylvania people come down here where I am? Can you not do that? Who knows? I might go up there. I don't want to go to a big city, though, I can tell you that. I'll get lost up there. Y'all have to have it in a little city and then invite right next to the big city and let the big city come out there. You know, when George and I used to travel, he would not go through the towns. We wound up bypassing them like that because he wouldn't go to the towns. He says, it's just too much. I'm going to go now. Y'all go back to your ball game, and I hope your team wins. And that'll be a good thing. Little Banks, their little team won last night at their high school, and it rained the whole time, and she had to wear her little, it's like a little clear raincoat over their little uniforms. But they did, and she looked cute in hers. But I think they get hot because they're plastic. They get hot. But y'all take care. If you want to get my book, it's at BrendaGanttBook.com. And go there to BrendaGanttBook.com, and that'll be a good thing. Y'all have a wonderful night. God bless you. And I hope you sleep well. And I'm going to go put on my jammies, wash my face, and take my earrings off, and get ready for bed. It's almost time. I'm trying to go at 8 o'clock. I'm going to probably make chili tomorrow for lunch, so I'll probably post it tomorrow if I can get it made in time. I'm going to get up early to start it. I've been hankering some chili, and I bought some of that cheese I'm going to grade, my own cheese. And I've bought some sour cream. So I like sour cream and cheese on top of my chili. Do y'all? Y'all need all 3 books now. This lady asked me today, which one do you like the best? I said, I like them all. And I do. I don't have a favorite. And all of them are different. They're all different. Now, the second book, I did all my drawings in. The third book has a lot of family pictures. They're just all really super good. And they're good-made books. They're good-made books. They'll last you for a long time. Remember to write in your books. That's what makes them valuable. Your handwriting. When you do a recipe, write in there. Say, I made this cabbage casserole on such and such date. And then sign your name under it. They'll know it's your writing. God bless y'all. Bye-bye.